First responders refused to take this precious little boy to the hospital after he had a seizure, and in fact, told the mom that she was overreacting, but the child later died. The family of this precious little Arizona boy who died due to negligence will now receive $2 million from the city of Phoenix. City officials reportedly voted last week to approve the settlement with the family of this child. This is Abraham Clugston. He reportedly died in April of 2022. This was after an early morning 911 call from his mom stating that he had had a seizure. Within 10 minutes, a fire crew arrived at their house. But according to the wrongful death lawsuit, crew members told the mother that taking this little boy to the hospital would be totally unnecessary. That was despite her begging them to do so. It was said they called out to and relied on Phoenix EMS and their consultation and advice, which was that he was fine and didn't need to go to the hospital, but keep on listening. And as I said, these first responders even had the nerve to tell Abraham's mom that she was overreacting and that seizures were normal. They then told her to give the child over-the-counter medication like Tylenol or ibuprofen, but the mom knew something was wrong in her gut. They were in and out of their home within 10 minutes. Then, 5 hours later, the child was found unresponsive. So a second 911 call was made. This time the child was finally taken to the hospital, but unfortunately, he did not survive. The lawsuit reportedly said that responders to the first 911 call failed to properly assess the child. You know why? Because they didn't even take his vitals or his temperature. They did absolutely nothing. It was said by the family's attorney that yes, firefighters make mistakes, but for the parent, which is the attorney's client in this case, she knew her child better than the city of Phoenix did, and it was unfortunately proven that day. The city of Phoenix reportedly said that after this incident, an internal review was conducted, and that steps have now been taken to improve training and procedures, and that the city remains dedicated to protecting the health and safety of all community members. What a generic response. Lawyers for the little boy did acknowledge that the settlement isn't going to bring him back, but that the family has been very vocal in wanting to pursue some type of reform or justice. It was said that from the very beginning, Abraham's family knew that the city did their son wrong, whether it was poor decision making that day or a flaw in the procedures that needed to be addressed and exposed. The family's attorney further said that death could have been and should have been prevented, and while there's nothing that can be undone, their hopes are that in addition to laws that have already been changed since he died, that his legacy will allow for more lives to be saved moving forward. This is so that any child having a seizure for the first time in their life won't be at the mercy of a 911 operator or the general consensus of a team of first responders. Instead, they will be immediately transferred to the ER where they'll get the best and most qualified care and the opportunity to actually live, unlike Abraham. This is heartbreaking, and I agree it shouldn't have happened. Now, I know there are going to be questions of why the mom did not just take her son herself. I don't know. I'm assuming because she was told by professionals that her son was fine. And she probably felt like she was overreacting after being told that. But y'all, these first responders literally did nothing. Not even take a vital sign before telling her that the child was fine. And the cherry on top was telling the mom that she was overreacting. That's unreal. I'm glad the family is winning a lawsuit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for more content, be sure to follow and subscribe over on YouTube.